Good morning and welcome back to another edition of Gary's Movie Emporium. Today is more Dollar Tree. I'm gonna try to go through this whole box that I got here. And then I still have another box left. I'm trying to knock these out before the next wave. Uh, it's been a tough go here and there. A couple days I was nearly without internet, and I wanted to do one that day and I wasn't able to do one on that particular day, so I had to bump my schedule back about a day and a half. And if it's a day and a half bump back, it's you might better say it's 2 days I won't do a video. So let's get started. I'm not gonna do my typical rundown of movies here because there's a lot of them, but I will go through what I got here in this box. First up is a 20 movie collection here. It's called Nitro Rush, and it has a slew of titles in it. I've opened this before. I think I've gotten like 3 of these now. It's basically 4 disc. All the 20 movies, like probably 5 per disc, or maybe one has 6. But that's Nitro Rush, and that's from Maverick Entertainment from 2017. There's a better look at it. Then movie starring Patrick Wilson, Judy Greer, and Chloe Sevigny. It says it's hilarious. Is coming soon.net. A comedy that hits you where it counts. There's Barry Monday. And then there's the back of it. Has a slew of special features, which is really good. It has probably like 7-8 features on here. It's from 2010, 95 minutes. It's a Magnolia Pictures release. That's Barry Monday. And then next up, I remember this really well. Into the Wind, directed by Steve Nash and Ezra Holland. It was seen on the network channel TSN. It's about Terry Fox. His run for cancer research that saw him leave one end of Canada to go to the other, practically to the other side of Canada, and a total of 3,339 miles. I believe he had his leg amputated because of cancer. I remember Terry being a real hero at this. I remember this being on the news. That's how old I am. It was really compelling what he pulled off. Had to have been really grueling, especially being without one leg. He ran uphill. He ran in the worst of temperatures, heat, rain, you name it. He did it. 50 minutes here, which is a little longer because I really this story really fascinates me. There was a TV movie, but I wish it would have gotten an actual movie because I feel like a movie would have like give us more back research on what he really accomplished, because the TV movie kind of felt like maybe they didn't capture everything that he set out to do. His director's statements, extended interviews, and Chasing the Van, and the Terry Fox Memorial Run. So, and that's that. Then next up, got one starring Joseph Mahler Taylor, Kabir Singh, Riley O'Byrne, Inglis, and House of War. 4 Days of Terror in Mumbai, based on one of the most devastating terrorist attacks since 9/11. This is an MVD visual, 2018, 5.1, 132 minutes on this one, so it's quite extensively long. If you don't mind that, there's limited bonus features on this disc, but it's understandable given the length and all that. And that it's it's an independent type film, so which is fine. Apparently, this was based on events that compared to 9/11. on November 26, 2008. Yeah, so this happened after 9/11. This happened 7 years after 9/11. Apparently this happened on American soil as well. That sounds really interesting. I'm going to have to watch it sometime. And I got a movie starring Mario Van Peebles, Ryan Guzman, Columbus Short, Gemma Dallander, and William Fichtner. What could go wrong? Not nothing based on this fancy looking slipcover. Pretty cool here. I like some things that Mario's in. He's a good actor. But I don't know what to think about this one. It might be alright though. Let's see. It's rated R. Try to see. It's 2018, I think. I think it says 2018. 120 minutes on this one. Plays a U.S. Marshal in this, in case you're wondering. And that's armed. Just getting started, guys. First, and then another one here is Bloody Brilliant, Funny as Hell. This is Paper. Taking Out the Trash. Written and directed by Bobcat Goldthwait. God Bless America. The best American comedy of the year. One jerk at a time. Magnet releasing right here. Bobcat Goldthwait, like I said, directed this. It's from 2010. 105 minutes on this. It has a whole slew of special features. You couldn't go wrong getting this. I've heard really good things about this particular picture. I hear it's like well done, and Bobcat Goldthwait, you know, people laugh at like how stupid his comedy was when he was like in the 80s with the screaming Bobcat character he always did, but man, he's got to be super intelligent, because like he makes some really good films, and you wouldn't think with his character being like a screaming character like that he would have the, you know, the knowledge and you know, ingenuity to make good films like he does. Just because, I'm not saying his character was dumb, but I don't know, it just, you wouldn't think he would have, you know, been able to pull off such good gems like this. And I think Willow Creek is really well renowned as well, and he's doing really good on the director scene in Hollywood. Well, or on the indie scene, at least he is. And then next up, I got a movie with David Blaine, A Decade of Magic, a 2-disc. It's like a digibook kind of thing. Two-disc collector's set here. Has a slew of special features. There's a special feature on here where David Blaine fasts for 44 days without food, and he only drinks water. 2012. This was out. This is Houdini would have been proud. He's taken a craft that's been around for hundreds of years and done something unique and fresh with it. And that's from Virgil Films. Michael Diaz designed the cover art for this as well. And then next up, this movie stars Josh Peck, which is really surprising he'd play in a Western. James Ransone. It's called The Timber. I really like this cover. It's a Well Go USA Entertainment. English speaking, of course. 80 minutes on this one. So it's kind of short. A little bit of commentary. Bonus features here and there. A trailer. Basically, it's about an outback. It's Wild West. Two desperate brothers take a job as bounty hunters to save their home, but in the timber, brutality and bloodshed is the law of the land. That's pretty much all it says on the back, too, so looks pretty cool. There's the back. Keep on chugging them out here, guys. I got this for my wife. It stars Clifton Davis, Charles Shaughnessy, Stacy Dash, Soldiers of Change, A World Apart, A Love Everlasting. I believe this is an Echo Bridge as well. It's a 2018 Echo Bridge. I don't know if the movie itself is that year. They're saying it's a Hammer production from 2005. So, film's 2005, but the distribution of this through Echo Bridge was 2018. That's Soldiers of Change. There's the back. I think this one's a new one as well. The Rifleman, the original series. This is an Echo Bridge, and it says it was from October 2017. It's official authorized edition. It says Season 4, Volume 1, Episodes 111 through 126. So I think this might be a new one that I didn't have. So Levy Gardner Laven Productions Incorporated. 16 episodes on this that are all black and white from 1961 to 62. And like I said, this is an Echo 2017 on this one. And there's the back. And I got this on Blu-ray, so this is kind of like can either be combo packed or it can be a trade. Haven't decided yet. Stars Cynthia Nixon, Michael Angarano. It's a Magnolia Pictures release here. It's called One Last Thing. It features the music by Wycliffe Jean, and he sings the song Heavens in New York. One Last Thing, If You Had One Last Wish. One Last Thing, filmed by Alex Steyermark. I know my wife thought I got this because of the girl in the bikini, but I just didn't have it in the collection. It's nothing to do with that, and I'm sorry if that offended anybody, but she is clothed, so if she wasn't, I would cover her up, but can't help what people put on the covers, you know. Some directors are like that. They don't, I don't know. To me, I would kind of avoid that, but that's me. The Clint Eastwood film here, the 1517 to Paris, from the director of American Sniper, a true story that the real heroes. I don't know if I've ever seen this. 1517 to Paris. This is a Warner Brothers title, 2018. Clocks in at 94 minutes. Has a slew of bonus features. Apparently this took place during August 21st, 2015. It was about a terrorist attack on a Thales train 9364 bound for Paris. Apparently, like, that's when it all goes down with the terrorist attack in this. Sounds really interesting. I can't remember if I watched this. I think I was going to, and then I never got around to it. Well, I'm happy I got a Clint Eastwood in there. This is also from Village Roadshow Pictures as well. And there's the back, in case I didn't show you. And then I got one called, I've seen this on TV. It's pretty lucky find because it has a really young Robert Downey Jr. in here. Holly Hunter, of course, Robert Downey Jr., and Bancroft, and it's a Jodie Foster film. It's called Home for the Holidays. It's from 1995, so PG-13. Very limited amount of special features. It was a 1995 actual lensed picture that came to the theater in that year, but it didn't actually hit home video for this release until this particular release until 2014. Like I said, this stars Holly Hunter, which she don't really star in a lot of things anymore. She more like co-stars and things like that, but she's a good actress too. I really liked her in the movie Always. She did a good job in that. There's amongst other things she's been in, but there's Home for the Holidays. Like I said, I'm trying to go through these a little faster. Not trying to be like, oh, I'm making a video and I'm just throwing it out there to get it done. I'm just trying to get a box done today because, like, I don't know, it's just, I've been getting backed up on that kind of thing. Next up, I got a movie called Viking Blood, The Battle Begins. A brilliantly bloodthirsty movie. I love that slipcover. It's from ITN Distributing, 2018. 89 minutes on this one. Like I said, it's got a really cool slip. And then in the back there, too. And then next up, I got a FoR classic World War II documentaries here. It features actual footage. It says it's digitally enhanced audio 5.1. I don't know about that. This looks pretty old. This is a platinum disc, released disc here. Rated 13. I think it means rated PG-13. Almost clocks in at 300 minutes on this. Has an 85-minute film on kamikaze. A short payoff in the Pacific, 56 minutes. Theirs is The Glory, 82 minutes, and the Spreading Holocaust, 53 minutes. They're all black and white from what I see. Yeah, they're all black and white. That's FoR classics for documentaries here. A couple of them are full length, couple are on the shorter side, but be good for anybody, you know. No, it's nothing wrong with having war footage and stuff like that, you know, like to kind of get to know what went on back then. And then I got this 15 episodes, over 6 hours of the best of the Cisco Kid here. Every time I see Cisco Kid, I think of the movie Creepshow 2. When they keep the guys in that raft one, they keep referring to each other as Poncho and Cisco. I don't know, every time I think of that, I think of that raft anthology short film that they made back then. This is an RLJ Entertainment. This aired from 1950 to 52. It's full screen. 375 minutes. DVD 5 plus 2-sided DVD 10. I don't know. Might have to open that one up after the video. See what they're talking about. I'd do it today, but like I said, I'm kind of pressed for time. I don't want to take this into 40-45 minutes for a video. There's the back. And then I'll show the horror film here first, of course. Agnes Bruckner, Patricia Clarkson, and Bruce Campbell. It's called The Woods. It's a private school. Deadly Lessons. It's kind of like a school located, like it says, out in the woods. And it says it's called Fall Burn Academy. It's an MGM release. So hard to see what year it is because all the writing's like in red on like black. And I guess it says 2005. 91 minutes on this. Patricia Clarkson plays the headmistress of the academy. Bruce Campbell plays a parent of one of the girls in this, so that's what role he has in this. So can't go wrong. Even if you don't like the movie, you got Bruce Campbell in it. So he's a great guy. So genuine through and through. He just like seems like one of those guys that's always going to be cooler than everybody else, you know. Yeah. I'd love to see a movie with Reggie Bannister and Bruce Campbell. You know, bang like bolt. They're just so badass. Next up, I got a more like TV show, not movie. It's colorized for kids of all ages. They did the same thing with Lucy. They did the same thing with Andy Griffith here. This is the Christmas special. It's 2016. CBS DVD and Paramount Pictures. Has the pickle story, which I've actually watched that one. That one's funny. That one's a really good one. Says two cherished episodes: Christmas Story and the Pickle Story. Guess it broadcasted on CBS in 2015. But can't go wrong with Andy Griffith. I went back and watched some of these when I had Netflix, and I was glad I did because it's fun. It's a fun watch. You know, the town of Mayberry is crazy. Some of the characters really still hold up really well in this show as well. Once again, my voice is kind of raspy feeling today. Let's see here. Okay, next up, we got a movie starring Sam Jagar, Adrian Palicki, Michael Jai White. SWAT under siege. When the drug war hits home, the tables are turned. Really cool cover here. Really patriotic. I think it's one of the sequels, maybe, that went directly to video to the movie SWAT. In case you were wondering, Michael Jai White played in Spawn. He played the main character, Spawn. If that name sounds familiar, that's why. 2017 Sony Pictures release here. 89 minutes. Apparently a DEA and SWAT team cartel takedown ends in a shootout. Before long, the SWAT team compound is under siege by a wave after wave of assault teams attempting to recover the prisoner known as the Scorpion. So that's pretty much what you're going to expect in this. A lot of bullets, which is fun to watch, but, you know, with all the chaos going on right now, probably not exactly the movie you'd want to pop in. You don't want to see, you know, kind of like political, you know, wars and, you know, things like that. Not really good timing for this one. But if, you know, maybe it doesn't go that way, but last thing we need right now is a lot of weapons and stuff with everything going on. Next up, we got a movie starring Hugh Grant, Dennis Quaid, and Mandy Moore. It's called American Dreams, and it's compilated with the movie Stop or My Mom Will Shoot, starring Sylvester Stallone and the late, great Estelle Getty. Pretty happy to get this. I'll admit, I wasn't a very big fan of Stop or My Mom Will Shoot, but it has Estelle Getty in it, and she's no longer with us, and just kind of screamed, you gotta get it. Because, you know, she's a great actress. Funny as heck. That movie is from 1992, 87 minutes. And I've never seen American Dreams. It's for 2005, and it's 107 minutes. And both of these films are widescreen, by the way. So if you have an issue with full screen, widescreen being your thing, it's widescreen definitely. And as it says, they're colored, of course. And both are PG-13. So there's that one. And we're almost done, guys. I've gotten this before. It's a Maneater series here called Hellhounds, Evil Unleashed. This is a 87-minute horror title here. It's from 2008. I'm trying to find out what studio. Oh, Vivendi Entertainment. And there's the back. And then next up, Justin Kelly, Benjamin Stockham, Carrie Eloise, Jason Patrick. It's called Lost and Found. The Greatest Treasure Lies Within. This wasn't really in a lot of stores, not really. I mean, I saw it at a few, but like there wasn't like triplicates and stuff like there was some titles. So I grabbed what I found. Could have grabbed it another time, but one was enough. I didn't think it would go over too big in a trade, so I didn't get more of them. 92 minutes PG here. Can't see the year on it. I think it says 2017. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what it says on the back. Looks interesting. Has some deleted scenes in the making of Lost and Found. Pretty much basic with the sound and subtitles. And that's Lost and Found. And don't get offended by this because I think the cover that I had for, what was it? One Last Thing was actually worse to look at in terms of like female frontal of anything. It's called Attack of the 60-Foot Centerfold. She's so hot you'll need to call 911. And there's that one. By today's standards, she's probably dressed more than most people. And, you know, most women in some movies today, because they get away with a lot of nudity nowadays, I think. This movie's rated R. It's 83 minutes. Thought for sure guys would hit me up for a trade for this, but I guess not. Special features, cast and crew, original trailer, some specifications like Dolby Digital and it's full screen too, by the way. Trying to see what year it is. $2005 on this one. Okay, about 5-6 more, somewhere around there. And that will take care of this whole stack. Okay, next up I got a movie starring Natasha Alam, Eric Roberts, Sally Kirkland, Ruslan Chernetsky, Venya Charlamovsky, The Code of Kane, Kill the Conspiracy Before It Kills You. When I hear the name Code of Kane, I think of that song by Danzig about, I don't know, I can't remember what it's called, Kane or something. It was they play it on Halloween like all the time. 103 minutes on this. It's an ITN distributing, along with an entertainment one film USA 2017. It's an E1. It's got a slew of. I think this might have been came from. Maybe not. Thought at first might have came from like a Canadian distributor of some sort. It says it's a Solomon Films production as well, so it's got a slew of companies in conjunction with this. I'm trying to find I did say a year. Okay, but there's the Code of Kane. And then next up, a movie starring Madeline Deutsch, or Deutsch. I don't know how to pronounce that for sure. Quinn Shepard, Mackenzie Aston, Ian Coletti, and Barry Corbin right here, who played in Northern Exposure. Played Maurice Benefield in the show. He has a real, bigoted, jerky guy at times in the show, but I love his acting. Anything he's been in, he steals the scenes whenever he's with. Like in Stir Crazy, he was the prison he is the big boss in the prison. can't think of what you want to call it, but he is really good in that as well. He's anything, like I said, anything he's in, he's great in, and I'm sure it's no different in this movie. I'm a big Barry Corbin fan, and I've followed his career for many years, and he's one of the better older actors going today. 2017 on this one, 98 minutes. That's color, of course. It's GVN releases 2017. There's the back. Looks pretty cool. Looks like a cute, cool little cool, one of those small town feel kind of movies. I like those kind of movies. They don't make enough of them. And then next up, I got a 2-film country collection here. It's called Road Less Traveled, There's No Place Like Home, and Country Rush, a country musical. First one stars Lauren Elena, Donnie Boaz, and Charlene Tilton, who played in Dallas, back when the original Dallas. And then the second one, Jana Kramer, Madeline Merlot, Sophie Tweed Simmons, Monroe Chambers, Country Crush. Did I say Crush or Rush? I meant Country Crush, a country musical, if I didn't say that. Says it's a shout, according to the back here. Road Less Traveled's 90 minutes, while Country Crush is 96 minutes. I don't know if there's a year on them. It says Road Less Traveled 2016. And let's see, Road Less Traveled 2016. They're both English Dolby Digital Stereo. Trying to see if there's a year on the other one. I don't see one. But you could always look it up in the search and find out any more background information. It might have been a case of it being maybe a TV movie as well. And they don't really have all the info on it. Could be the case. It's got a lot of in conjunction type deals going on here and on the back, so maybe it was they more or less got this Country Crush and put it on here, like accompanied this Road Less Traveled, to kind of give it that duo of movies that are in a similar vein. But looks pretty cool. Not the biggest country fan, but I do like a lot of older stuff like Dwight Yoakam and Johnny Cash and things like that. But today's country ain't too big on. And then we got 3 more, 2 DVDs and 1 Blu-ray. Next up is an all-new feature-length movie. It's called The Swan Princess, Royally Undercover. These Swan Princess films are really good. I'm surprised that they are so good, because it feels like they're targeted to the little girl audience, but they have a well atoned message in all of them, and I think they're kind of like equivalent to the Land Before Time series. Like they do so well with them that they're quite kind of popular for home video. And then they keep churning them out, which I'm glad, because this is no worse than the Land Before Time series. They got good messages in them, and animation still holds up pretty well. They went from traditional animation to kind of like this, not really cheap or CGI, but not top tier either, but still they do a good job for what they do. It's from 2017. It's from Swan. I guess this must be the sixth part in the series. They call it Swan 6 on the back here. 79 minutes on this one. It includes recording studio with Macy Katie. There's the back. And then I got a movie starring Juno Temple and Michael Ingarano. The Brass Teapot, Be Careful What You Wish For. Engaging, intriguing, completely enjoyable. Huffington Post. I love the cover to this. It just kind of like, it's a Magnolia title here. It's rated R, 2012. 101 minutes of running time on this one. Has a slew of special features. Amusing, lovable, and a little deranged. Basically, it stars these two kids, John and Alice. They live in a small town America. Married and very much in love, but broke. But an accident leads them to a roadside antique shop where Alice is spontaneously drawn to a mysterious brass teapot. It isn't long before they realize this is no ordinary teapot and that perhaps they have found the answer to all of their financial woes. John and Alice must decide how far they will go to fulfill their dreams of wealth. So, kind of sounds almost like vice versa with the historical object and that you touch, and then like, you know, it would bring you things like in their case they switch bodies. But this brings you wealth. I guess just by either rubbing the brass teapot or kind of like doing, you know, like a seance kind of thing with the pot or whatever. But that's how they get all their money, I guess. It's different. Never seen nothing like this at the Dollar Tree very much. Or anything in this vein. It's usually, you know, a lot of schlocky stuff sometimes and stuff that they've had duplicates in the past. But that's interesting. And then finally, I got a Blu-ray here. Out of all of these, I got a Blu-ray. It stars Christopher Walken, Christian Slater, Anthony Anderson, Nikki Whelan, Moon Bloodgood, and Qurianka Kilcher. The Power of Few. An unthinkable crime and unlikely hero. And that's that one. Finally got my hands on this. It's a Vivendi of Entertainment. Let's see. 96 minutes. 2013. Special features. Not bad. Not bad. You could do better, but not bad. It's a cultural phenomena. It says movie room of reviews. There's the bag. And with that ends what I have to show. And I'd like to thank you guys for sitting through these Dollar Trees. I've got another box that I want to do, but I don't know if I'll be doing those tomorrow. I'll probably wait between days because I don't like to show a video, you know, like bam and bam, you know, like 40-minute day or 40-minute video here, 40-minute video the next day, you know, like overwhelm you. But that concludes what I have to show today. And please share, like, and subscribe. Ding the bell for notifications. Leave any comments, any suggestions. If you like the way I just did it in this video today, kind of speeding it up, let me know. Or do you think I did better traditionally with where I read a little bit more about the movie? But keep in mind, I had all of these movies and I still kept it under 40 minutes. So take care, and I'll see you in the next day or so, guys. Bye.